Welcome to release question 26 for the Algebra 2 CST questions. Here's what we got. We got this. What is the simplest form of 5x cubed times y plus 20x squared times y squared plus 20x y cubed over 5xy? And so it looks like it can reduce down to one of these things. What's the simplest form though? So at first that doesn't look like that at all, but it looks like we can factor something out of the top of all these pieces. So what's the biggest thing? Of the coefficients of the numbers in front of the variables, looks like 5 can be factored out of all of those things. So I'm going to take a 5 out of that, and I'm putting parentheses here because I want to think of this separately before I would divide that by the 5xy. I jumped the gun a little bit there. I don't want to put a parentheses yet. So 5 can be factored out, but can I factor out any x's and y's? It looks like they all have at least one x, so I can pull out an x. And they all have at least one y, so I can also pull out a y. And what's left? 5xy times what value would give you 5x cubed y? Well, I'd have to multiply that by x squared to get that. So I'm kind of thinking of redistributing this back through to see that it matches up with what I would have here, or what I do have there. 5 times, I'd have to have 5 times 4 to get that coefficient of 20. And then x squared, y squared, I'd have to multiply by one more x and one more y to get that. So this 5xy times 4xy gets me 20x squared, y squared. And then finally, the last term there, I've got another plus 4 to get the 20. I've already got the x right here, and I just have one x right here, so no more x's getting multiplied, but I do need 2 more y's. I need a y squared right there. And on the bottom, I still have a 5xy, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. And then look at that. What do you notice? What do you see? 5xy, 5xy. They're the same, so they're going to cancel. So we're just left with x squared plus 4xy plus 4y squared. If something like this helps you, you can use that at this point. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply to this coefficient and add to this coefficient. They happen to be the same here. What's the only two numbers that will multiply to 4 and also add to 4? You'd have to have a 2 and a 2. And so this can be broken down into x plus 2y. We have to include the y because we have a y squared piece at the end here, and another x plus 2y. They're the same numbers, the same factors right there. And so this can also be written as x plus 2y times itself. In other words, x plus 2y squared. And that is choice B for number 26.